Hello everyone. So today we will look at multiple assignments. So we have done things like, for example, z equal to 25. I can do mn equal to 200. We have seen, or my var equal to 300. So we have all these, like we can create any number of variables we want. So we have seen it several times. So now, for example, suppose if I want, I have say two variables, say m equal to 100 and n equal to 200. Okay, so suppose if I want to say swap them, what I want to make m n and mn. So I can say, for example, say m equal to n and n equal to, this is what I want. Now if I look at m comma n, so both becomes 200 and they didn't swap, right? That is because here in this step, what did I do? M became 200. So now n is also 200 because n equal to m. So this is what I want. So if I want that, one thing I can do is m comma n. So if I do again, say I want to make m back to 100. So m comma n is now like that. So now if I do m comma n equal to n comma m, so this is how this is working. So here the right side is going to evaluate first, which means what is n? N is 200. M is what? M is what? 100. So on the right hand side, this is what I have. N is 200 and m is what? 100, right? So now the left side becomes, so m become 200 and n become 100. So now let's see. Now if I do m comma n, so now we swapped it. So this is an example of a multiple assignment. So we don't have to always like a swap as on one of the uses. We can do that. We can also use, for example, simply, right, I can say lm comma nm equal to 200, 2000 and 3000, right? So we can, I can do more, maybe more than two. Two is not, there's no limit on two, as long as there's enough on the right side. So this is a simple example of a multiple assignment. Now just to look at an example where, for example, we can use it. So we know we have the Fibonacci, right? Fibonacci series, right? So we have the Fibonacci series. For example, I can do 0 1, right? Now I want to keep on adding those two, the last two digits. 0 1 1, 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 1 3, 3 plus 2 5, then 8 13. So this is my series. So how do we write it? For example, I can start writing, say, FIB, right? And I start, say, for example, we know the list, so I can start with 0 and 1, for example, and then I can do something like, for example, I create just a loop for n, m from in range. For example, I want total 10 of them, so I can put 8, and then what I can do, I can keep on appending, right? Append. I have to add the last two every time will be, this is -1 index, this is -2 index. So I can add FIB of -1 plus FIB of -2, right? And so every time the loop is run, what's happening, the FIBs keep on increasing, and every time it is looking at the last two digits, so at the end of the list. That's the idea. So let's see if it's working. So 0 1 1 plus 1 2, so this is same as that we get here, right? So now this is one way of writing, right? So now let us do so for example, let us do now in a slightly different way. For example, I can say L comma K. For example, I start with L and K. Now I want to say L is 0, K equal to 1. Same idea, but I'm not using list. And then I can do something like I'm gonna write a loop. For example, for I can say I in range, right? I'm gonna say range, say 9 or something, right? So now I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say print L, and then I'm gonna say A or L comma K equal to L plus K comma L. Okay, now before we just run it or something, let us see what we are dealing with here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say L and K. So let us loop through it. In the beginning, what is value? 0 and 1, right? And now when I first the loop iterates, suppose I'm looking only this at the moment, the last line in the loop, say L is L plus K, right? So L becomes L plus K, which means 0 plus 1 is 1, and K becomes L, which means 0. Basically it's a swapping kind of, right? So now again L is L plus K, so 1 plus 0 is 1, and K is basically L, which is 1. Again 1 plus 1 2, L and 1, so L plus K here, 2 plus 1 3, and then here 2, 3 plus 2 5, and here 3, 5 plus 3 8, and here 5, right? And so on and so forth. Now if I only look at print L, in the very beginning I print 0 1 2, so that's what I'm doing. I just print L. If I print only L, I get, you know, all 0 1 1 1 2 3. That is basically this series, right? So now let us do L comma K, this guy. I'm gonna remove this and see if it is working the way we are thinking it needs to work, right? Yes, so 0 1 1 1 2 5 5 3 8 5 13, right? 13 21. So it's working, right? So this is what we have used a multiple assignment here, and we have seen how we can use it for our advantage in writing a small piece of code. Here is the wonderful Fibonacci series, and I believe it was easy to follow and experiment with the multiple assignments. And thank you very much for watching.